Poem Dulce et decorum est by Wilfred Owen. Bent double like old beggars under sacks, knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunted flares we turned our backs and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep, many had lost their boots but limped on, bloodshot. All went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of tired, outstripped 5 nines that dropped behind. Gas, gas, quick boys! An ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man in fire or lime, dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea I saw him drowning. In all my dreams before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you too could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face like a devil sick of sin. If you could hear at every jolt the blood come gargling from the froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud, vile, incurable sores on innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory, the old lie, dulce et decorum est pro patria mori. Wilfred Owen. A war poem. Uxbridge Scott Museum and surrounding area. Remembering, called my mother the other day to ask her for her stories. She told me about my grandfather, who'd worked in the engine room of the Navy. He'd returned from the war after a fight in Gibraltar, throughout the Atlantic as well. He spent 2 years in the hospital recovering from that experience. He had 6 kids. This is for you, Grandpa. Asked my mom about some of her stories of the war from my dad's side. My grandfather, he was a member of the bomb squad. When those bombs came crashing down and they didn't explode immediately, he was the one that was sent in to defuse them. He lived to tell the tale, saw the piece. This is for you, Grandpa. My mom also talked about her Uncle Thomas. He was with the 48 Highlanders. Holland and beyond was his fight. He didn't make it home. Another uncle in the Air Force, a rear gunner, buried in Denmark. My Auntie Helen worked for the Wave Unit, Navy base in Halifax. That's where she was stationed. She did the paperwork for all the ships coming in and out. She often knew when the uncles were coming home or coming in for a refresh. She'd stop and visit with them. My Uncle Margaret as well. They'd go and visit with her when they had a little leave time. It's a close-knit family. Charge of the Light Brigade by Tennyson is thought to be about the Battle of the Balaclava. It's a heroic soldier's viewpoint, and it makes fun of blundering commanders in a kind of stereotypical. In modern day, we think of it as a new journalistic genre of poetry that is also manifested in the old ballad of its origin. Enjoy. The Charge of the Light Brigade. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward, the Light Brigade! Charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward, the Light Brigade! Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered, stormed with shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. Flashed all their sabres bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the gunners there, charging an army, while all the world wondered, plunged in the battery's smoke. Right through the line they broke, Cossack and Russian reeled from the saber stroke, shattered and sundered, then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them, volleyed and thundered, stormed with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell, that had fought so well, came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell, all that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made, all the world wondered. Honor the charge they made, honor the Light Brigade, noble 600! The poem, Roadsides by S.A. McCormick. Away from dust, no scorching sun or streams here, along the roadside where we wait, somber in your land of green trees and waving grass. Few accolades to gain, another young face under a beret, the letter A, everywhere planted with your name, not the way we planned. You are home now, today, away from roadside bombs and suicidal fame. We will remember you this way, a hero riding by Siegfried Sassoon. Does it matter losing your legs? For people will always be kind, and you need not show that you mind when others come in after hunting to gobble their muffins and eggs. Does it matter losing your sight? There's such splendid work for the blind, and people will always be kind as you sit on the terrace remembering and turning your face to the light. Do they matter, those dreams in the pit? You can drink and forget and be glad, and people won't say that you're mad, for they know that you fought for your country, and no one will worry a bit. This art installation was inspired by veterans from the Waterford home who shared their stories with students from the high schools across Simcoe County. Beautiful.
Appreciation of members of Simcoe County in Remembrance.
War Girls by Jessie Pope. There's the girl who clips your ticket for the train, and the girl who speeds the lift from floor to floor. There's the girl who does a milk round in the rain, and the girl who calls for orders at your door. Strong, sensible, and fit, they're out to show their grit and tackle jobs with energy and knack. No longer caged and penned up, they're going to keep their end up till the khaki boys come marching back. There's the motor girl who drives a heavy van. There's the butcher girl who brings your joint of meat. There's the girl who cries, "All fares, please," like a man. And the girl who whistles taxis up the street. Beneath each uniform beats a heart that's soft and warm. Though of canny mother wit they show no lack, but a solemn statement this is. They've no time for love and kisses. till the khaki boys come marching back. If memory serves, a tribute. Welcome, enter the uncomfortable zone. World wars, bilious gas, spewing blood, spilling guts next to glory. First, there's the unexpected, unimagined, unaccepted, but a complicated piece needs a plan as we find a pulse and a paradiddle. Left, right, left, right, right. Keep your head down, watch out for your buddy. Gun jams as you spill over the edge with the rest. Soft rain next to steel bullets. Love, mom, country, zone out. Whisper of thank you carried on the wind from thousands and thousands, miles and miles away. Molten orange kiss of sunbeams, another sunset promises the death of another day. Reflections of red. As you count the dents, measure the tear on the left side of the steel helmet, flecked in blood, and something else, lost and this found. Nonsense is the box riven with rolls of red tape with no adjustment for the timer. Will the ceasefire hold? Can the ceasefire hold? It's just a question. 3. Manage the marts of thoughts over gray matters. Left, right, left, fall in, fall down, sickness in distant places. Revive the dead zone of those collapsing walls of mud. Inhabit and haunt, as there's no real living there. Hum and tune for the rats. Applause. Improved tools are the solid planks of our ingenuity in a war. Hinged doors of random acts that foster a connection among us in the black hole is a war. Deliberate directions, uncoordinated layers, due to a lost level, sloping ground, foundations. Feel free to insert an N as we build. Stirring scent of morning glories that climb the ladder and raise a flag. Chrysanthemums, too, lend a pretty pragmatism to the riddle of air raids, fields of poppies. Clapboard house stands vacant inside a rubble circle. Bronze bicep glistens with sweat as blue, brown or hazel eyes reach for a pen. Write home. 1,000 thoughts a minute. Custom corners, no endings. Welcome to the corridor of the demilitarized zone. A daring dream in a complicated piece is a white wicker chair, coffee's fresh. Bathe in rose water, drink of pert potions. Mottled print of Granicia behind bulletproof gas hangs upside down. Talk begins as a soft tire tread of the grenade rolls over the cracking concrete floors. Ceasefire, ceasefire! The rain and metal shards and body parts, tinkling glass thuds splash. Debris confounds azure skies and upturned eyes. Welcome to the combat zone of conflict and tension, driving humanity in a complicated piece. Cumbersome wait for the girl, voice like a saw blade. Voice like a saw blade. She hung the multicolored arc of paper people cutouts over the entranceway. Scratch the ticket with the raised edge of a coin and win $1 million as you exit, a sign says. The black cap boy lends you his dream catcher, threads of silver and delicate glass beads. Collect a thank you. End zone, game over. Thank you for playing. Please pass the controller to the left, forward, back, right, stop, period. But never, never forget. Listening for a tweet. Kandahar Canadians by S.A. McCormick. For all of our soldiers in Afghanistan. A few of us forget you, some of us think of you every day. Some of us carry you with us as small clouds in our thoughts, in our hearts. Some of us worry, some of us are angry. Some of us wonder why it is you who are left to carry out this mission of danger alone, seeking those who pulled the tail of the tiger, and the tiger is not to be found. Some of us despair for you in a country where the empowered brush away human rights like fleas on the back of their holy beast and silence their own who defend them. Some of us pray to other gods. Most of us understand your only choice in all of this was to serve, and you do without question